Rich, Gothenburgian leather, 2017 Volvo S90 quick spin. There's something that's been bugging me every time I consider the big European automakers' model positioning strategy. The top version of everything is the sportiest. It's universal, nearly. And I'm convinced that many buyers gravitate towards these sportiest models simply because they're on the top of the heap. I love a sporty car, don't get me wrong, but does everything need a sporty version? The best Mercedes E-Class? Well, there are two models higher than the wonderful E400 Wagon, and they're both AMGs. The lovely Audi A6 lives in the shadow of the S6, and the A7 in the shadow of both the S7 and RS7. And so on, and so forth. Outshined, the second best big sedans must be a little self-conscious, if you'll allow the anthropomorphization. This is a roundabout way of praising the Volvo S90 T6 AWD inscription for its lack of pretense. This midsizer packs a little inline-4 engine that's strung out half to death, huffing on both a turbo and a supercharger to produce 316 horsepower from 2 liters. The upcoming T8 hybrid version will make more power thanks to the addition of electric motors, but there's not room to fit a larger gasoline engine under hood. Everything built on this architecture, like the XC90, uses a family of 4 cylinders with varying degrees of forced induction to achieve different power levels. And while Volvo has an AMG/M/S analog, Polestar, at the moment it hasn't built a full Volvo S90. There is, to be fair, a Polestar optimization package, basically a software tweak, coming soon that'll bump power up to 330 horsepower. And there are rumors that a real Polestar version might be on the way, perhaps combining the hybrid drivetrain with an even more triple-charged inline-4. I really wish Polestar wouldn't. The S90, freed from the option of aping the German competition, really comes into its own. I spent a week with one finished in a subtle silver blue with light leather inside, and I appreciated very much that there's no S90 Polestar to throw shade at it. This is the top S90, at least for the moment, and the car is clear about what it is and isn't. Finding a European luxury car comfortable enough in its sheet metal to simply be a luxury car, and nothing else, is refreshing. To be fair, there's a bit of selectable sportiness lurking in the drive mode settings. You can ask for quicker steering, more aggressive throttle and brake calibration, and stiffer shocks in the individual mode a la carte, or choose the most aggressive altogether and dynamic. Some of this is posturing, but spend any time with the powertrain characteristics setting moved to frisky, and it's tough to go back to the sluggish comfort setting. I found I left the steering at a lower effort, the suspension set to plush, and so forth. The aggressive brake setting made things too grabby, so I left that off as well. Overall, the powertrain provides adequate thrust. It's definitely torquey, but there's a bit of a horsepower deficiency that becomes apparent in freeway on-ramp and passing situations. The S90 weighs north of 2 tons, so it's not petite. Most of the time, the powertrain is somewhat out of mind, as it doesn't make odd noises, remains smooth and composed, and has enough oomph to get out of its own way. What really captures your attention is the lovely styling, both inside and particularly from without.